What is your relationship like now with Justin?
I support him. I think I always will. I'm upset when he's upset. I'm happy when he's happy.
For many people, Justin and Hailey Bieber are the epitome of a great couple. They're successful and attractive, and they're not hesitant to flaunt on social media about how much they admire each other. Even if they appear to be in love on social media, Hailey is reportedly suffering from Justin's mental health concerns, as well as his immature behavior. People are beginning to question Justin's appropriateness for his wife following the release of tapes showing him being abusive to her this summer. So, how has Justin Bieber changed Hailey's life in the 2 years they've been married?
The first time we kissed was we were in New York and we had gone to dinner together and we were just hanging.
Justin and Hailey married in September 2018 and held a one-year anniversary party in September 2019. However, there have been persistent allegations that they are going to divorce since their wedding. Many people believe Hailey and Justin's marriage was hastened and that they are too young and immature to make it work. As a result, rumors of their breakup have become stronger, especially when many videos of Justin mistreating and being harsh to Hailey went public in the summer of 2020. Their interpersonal problems, though, appear to proceed this year and go back a long way. In March of this year, Justin and Hailey were spotted in a California mall. Until Justin allegedly hit Hailey across the face, they appear to be just walking and speaking like any other couple. We're guessing Hailey wasn't pleased because she didn't say anything about it. Justin proceeded to goof around on the street for a few minutes after that, seeking to get Hailey's attention, but she simply ignored him and continued walking. Some people believe Justin was just having a good time and that many couples act like this around one another, while others believe this isn't typical marital behavior. Justin also stated that he was scared to propose to Hailey because he wasn't sure he was ready for the commitment that marriage requires, as well as the capacity to follow his promises and be loyal. Justin thought he was ready to commit at the end of the day, and he was thankful for it, but his love words were swiftly contradicted by his actions. A few days after that incident, another video went viral, this time showing Justin closing the car door in Hailey's face. Some claim that Justin assumed Hailey would depart the car through the other door, while others argue that it is plain disrespectful. Before we get started, we'll talk about Justin Bieber's admission in today's video that he made a mistake by marrying Hailey Baldwin. I'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. Furthermore, various events in the lives of these two spouses reveal that not everything appears to be perfect. One of the signs that Hailey Bieber's life is in danger is Justin Bieber's declaration that the first year of their marriage was stressful. Baldwin married in a New York City courthouse in September 2018. "I think that was really what I was battling with, and I finally was like, you know, I'm gonna not make the decision and follow through with it and be a husband, and you know, this is what I've always wanted. I'm gonna not just choose this woman and just do it."
And I finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna make the decision and follow through with it and be a husband. And, you know, this is what I've always wanted. I'm gonna just choose this woman and just do it.
And commit to it,
Yeah.
and you did. Yes.
Justin walked on eggshells for the first year of his marriage because he didn't want to disrupt his newfound happiness, not because of Hailey, according to the interview. Hailey has also indicated that she was plagued with guilt for the first 6 or 7 months of her marriage, implying that extramarital affairs were involved. In 2016, the now 24-year-old model had a brief relationship with the 27-year-old artist before breaking up with him. They reconnected in 2018 and married a few months later in a New York City courtroom. They enjoyed a beautiful wedding ceremony in South Carolina a year later. Simply put, in a recent interview with Demi Lovato on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Bieber stated that he was forced to marry Hailey Bieber. The Canadian went into considerable detail about his encounter with Hailey. Justin also talked about how he met the model and other topics. They met while filming the Today Show a few years ago, he added.
How did you and Hailey meet? I don't think I've ever heard that story.
How did we meet? We met in the early mornings of a Today Show taping.
Justin told GQ that he didn't want to marry his wife despite felt obligated to do so. I just felt like that was my calling, just to get married and have babies and do that whole thing. I think so. I think I've been just so afraid for some reason. I think we all as humans get caught up in this, place of fear. Whatever we're dealing with, we're all dealing with fear to some degree. And in that place in my life, I was just battling a lot of stuff. Behind the couple's pleasant exterior, there were challenges. According to Justin, the first year of marriage was particularly difficult because there was a lot of reminiscence about the trauma. It was simply a lack of faith. There were a lot of things you didn't want to admit to the person you were with because it was frightening. You don't want to scare them away by expressing your fear. We all wish there were things we'd never done, decisions we'd never made, and errors we'd never made. But being married has taught me that every mistake I've made and every bad decision I've made was everything. I was putting myself in a bad light. It was actually the catalyst for me getting married and becoming a wife. In an interview with Hillsong, Hailey explained, I was probably ridden with guilt for the first 6 to 7 months of my marriage, wishing I hadn't done this, wishing I could just walk into this clean, free, and clean slate. But what it taught me is that it's a not realistic expectation, and we all have guilt and shame for things we've done. But it doesn't have to define who we are, and it didn't have to define me in my relationship.
For the first probably 6-7 months of being married, I was just ridden with guilt. I wish I hadn't done this. I wish I just had walked into this clean and free and clean slate. But
the artist then joked that Hailey's parents may have orchestrated their son's romance with her. I'm sure she didn't want to be there, he replied. In the morning, her father pulled her out of bed. He was clearly cracking a joke. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing videos from us.